Got it? You can hear me? Sweet. Hello. Thank you. I moved to Perth only a couple of years ago, very recent, to study. It was a fantastic opportunity that I was very, very excited for, the kind that you jump on it with every fibre of your being. You're ready to do it. And when I arrived here, I just suddenly had this overwhelming feeling of, I don't know anyone. I was so lost. I was the new kid on the block. No frame of reference. I just left my family, my friends, my work, all back over east. And I was scared because I didn't know how I was going to handle whatever this new life was going to throw at me. Back over east, I had this job in a small architecture firm. There was about 4 of us all together in the office right on the beach. The office itself was situated between the beach, a park, and then across the park was a string of restaurants and cafes. So yeah, someone's picking up already. The perfect lunch break. Excellent. Now I hadn't been there for very long. I was very much the new kid on the block, but I had nailed the timing of the 1-hour lunch break because you'd stroll across the park to the restaurants and cafes, have your food, stroll on back. 1 hour. Perfect. One particular winter's day, my lunch of choice was udon noodle soup. It's beautiful. Warm and slippery, it went down a treat. As I did a little sketch in my sketchbook, and I watched the dog walkers and their dogs go past through the park. And then timed to a T, I finish my lunch, get up and start to make my way across the park back to my job, and I can see there's some kids playing in the fountain in the park, and then I look up and see the waves crashing on the beach, just on the shore, and it's beautiful. And I just think to myself, I need to do a little fart. And you can't just fart mid-walk. I'm pretty sure a lot of you know this. You have to kind of adjust your body a little bit. So I opt for the hip pop, if you've done that. It's like this. That's what you just do. You're walking. So I go for it, do a little hip pop and toot. Now, I cannot express to you how fast the next 3 things went through my head. That sounded different. 2, that feels different. 3, yeah, that smells different. My hip comes down. I'm looking at the waves crashing on the beach, and I think to myself, I've just shit myself. So I go into a state of panic because I'm well across the park, quite close to the office, minutes left on the perfectly timed 1-hour lunch break, and I'm too far away from the restaurant to go back and kind of investigate and sort this out. So I have to come up with a game plan, really fast. Okay, so I'm 20 metres away from the office, and I'm thinking, it's a small office, the bathrooms are right next to our desks up the back, but if I can get there and get through the hallway in the boardroom praying that there isn't a meeting and that no one's going to ask me questions on the way in, I can probably sneak straight into the bathroom unnoticed and it'll be fine. That's the plan. All right, I'm making my way. Feeling every step in a way that I have never felt before. And I get to the front of the office and I can see over the council bins out the front through the window that both the hallway and the boardroom are empty. Excellent. Straight through the front door, slip through, bathroom door, close it behind me, lock, safe. I hadn't thought through the next part of this process as much as I'd thought through the preparing to get there. And I don't know how many people here have shat themselves before. But I hadn't considered the next step, which is the manner in which you need to decloth in a way that prevents any spillage that might be there. Okay, so I guess waddle over to the bowl. I don't know. I get to the bowl and I take my jeans off completely, get them away from the splash zone. And then I start to do like a weird, I shuffle my underwear down in like this like weird pigeon-toed bent leg to make sure that in case if there was anything, it would just fall straight into the bowl because I'm standing over the bowl. And I get it down, and then I'm getting closer to the bowl myself. Mic technique, nice. And I get to the bowl, and then I look down. I hadn't actually shat myself. But in fact, I just done a pretty light shart, you know? Nothing that some wet toilet paper in the hand dryer couldn't take care of. This is, crisis evaded, essentially. Well, now I'm sitting on the bowl, so I do my business. Yeah. So I'm sitting there, and as ships are leaving the dock and hoses being drained, as they say, these three things went through my mind. 1, that sounds different. 2, that feels different. 3, that smells different. And then I looked down, and I didn't realise that in the efforts to not have any spillage from the underwear that I'd shuffled down, I'd accidentally cradled the tip of my penis into the waistband of my underwear in a hammock-like manner. And I was just straight up pissing into my underwear. How did I do that? Okay. So I flick my dick down, so I'm pissing straight into the bowl like an adult. And I'm like, all right, game plan 2. I assess the situation. Things have escalated. I'm now wearing some oh so lightly soiled but very pissed in underwear that I cannot wear for the rest of the day at work. So I'm like, looking around the bathroom, what kind of... Okay, there's a bin next to me. Great. No, I can't... What if someone comes into the bathroom and then uses the bin and they just see my shitty, pissy underwear? I'm not going to use that. Bins. The council bins. Out front. They haven't gone yet. Excellent. So if I can just get through the boardroom in the hallway, just like before... So I take off the underwear. I get my jeans and I put them back on, and then I rinse the underwear in the sink, wring them out, and put them in my back pocket, and I make way. So I go out the bathroom, past the boardroom, down the hallway, out the front door. I get to the council bin. I open it up. I do what feels like a just slam dunk of victory, but what is actually just a super sly slipping of soiled underwear into the council bin out the front of my place of employment. The midday winter sun dances upon my face as I take a lovely deep breath. I'm cool, I'm calm, I'm collected. And just in case there was any shadow of a doubt or sense of stress in the office, this little cherry on top, I walk back in, casually grab some coins off my desk and just say, anyone need anything from across the road? Just gonna pop out? Unanimous no? Great. I head out and grab myself a pack of celebratory mints and come back in, and then proceed for the next 4 hours to sit at such an angle in the chair for fear that my free-balling ass crack doesn't pop out the top of my jeans and anyone would notice. But nothing's happened, according to them. Crisis evaded. And so here I am, fresh to the West Coast, a new kid all over again, and so scared and worried about what this new life is going to throw at me. And then one thought pops into my head, and that is 1. if you can shit and piss yourself in an office of 4 people and continue to work for the rest of the day unnoticed, you can conquer anything. Thank you.